guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today I'm at Orr Ford here in Stonewall, Louisiana, and they've been gracious enough to loan me this 2020 Ford F-150 King Ranch for the day. Now if you want to know what all is new with the 2020 Ford F-150s, I have a video linked in the description. I'll also leave a link in the iCard above, right up here, for you to check out. I'm not going to go into all the details of what all is new for 2020. Check out that video if you want to know, but I am going to go over all the features and amenities of this 2020 Ford F-150 King Ranch. Starting off here on the front end of the 2020 F-150 King Ranch, of course you have a very nice and stylish front end. It looks like a serious truck. It looks like it's very much meant for business. From the size of the headlights, you've got fog lights down here, a nice large bumper and large grille, and you've got chrome tow hooks on the bottom of the bumper if you ever need those as well. But I want to share something that is one of my all-time favorite features on these trucks that are equipped with it, and share it with those of you who may have a truck similar to this and not even know you have this feature. Yes, I have had multiple Ford F-150 and F-250 owners who say, I didn't know my truck had what is called a front camera washer. And all that is when you bring the camera up on the infotainment screen in the truck interior and it's dirty, instead of getting out to wash it off by hand or wipe it off by hand, if you simply push the button on the turn signal stalk that you would normally use to run the windshield washer fluid, you will see a stream of water or a stream of windshield washer fluid spray across the front camera, and it will clean it right off. If you didn't know that you had one of those, you might want to pause the video and go out and check. There are multiple engine options available depending on what Ford F-150 you choose to purchase. This King Ranch has the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6. It puts out 375 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque. It's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission with tow mode. Something that really sets off the King Ranch F-150 is the fact that it has a lot of chrome on it, whether it's the door handles, the rims, there's chrome here on the bottom side of the windows. It's all over the truck and really sets it off nicely. You have heated power and power folding side view mirrors. Also had the blinker in the mirror right there, very common in this day and age. And one thing I did just out of curiosity, and I might not be right on my number here, somebody tell me in the comments if there's more than what I found, but I looked around for the King Ranch logo or the word King Ranch all over this truck and found a total of 16. I don't know if that's actually the correct number or not. I may not have found everything. Somebody let me know in the comments if that's right or wrong. Getting in and out of this truck is very easy. When you open the front or rear doors, the side step is automatic. It's going to come out on its own, and it does it very quickly. And when you hop in the truck and close the doors, it's going to go back underneath the truck and be concealed. I like the fact that it works quickly and it is very effective. Really great looking truck. Let's take a look at the rear, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the towing capabilities of this truck and the payload. And you do have a fully automatic tailgate on this truck. You can use the button I just did on the tailgate itself to open it, or you can use the remote, and it has a button. You push that twice and that opens the tailgate as well. You have a nice concealed step here within the tailgate itself. When you let that down, there's also a handle that you can grab onto, making getting in and out of your Ford F-150 King Ranch a breeze. And being that this is the FX4 off-road package on this truck and it has the towing package, it's going to sit a little bit higher than it might otherwise. So having that step makes it so much easier to get in and out of this bed. You do have a nice large bed back here, several tie-down points, and I like the fact that besides the cab light, you have two LED lights located in the rear of the bed here that are angled towards the front of the bed. So they're going to light the bed nicely at night when it starts to get dark and you need to load something but don't have much light around. You can just use your own. There is also a power sliding rear window here. Now, what about numbers as far as towing and payload? The payload for this truck ranges between 2,132 pounds and 2,309 pounds, depending on how the truck is equipped. And it can tow as much as 7,000 pounds. And as we move into the interior of the King Ranch, you're going to find out that it really fits the name of the truck. The colors and the layout, the design, it looks appropriate for the name King Ranch. A lot of space back here. Your rear seat passengers are going to be very comfortable. You can raise the seats up to increase cargo space here in the back seat if you wish to do so. There is additional little storage bins underneath the seats as well. There is a center armrest with a couple of cup holders in there in the event that you only have 2 passengers back here. 2 more cup holders on the center console right here. Dual air conditioning vents and the buttons for the heated seats for your rear seat passengers. Yes, these seats are heated back here, as are the front seats. You do have power outlets here for a 12-volt USB ports and a power outlet if you wish to power a piece of equipment, whatever, a saw, electric saw, whatever it may be. That's nice to have that feature right there in the event that you need it. And one other thing that your rear seat passengers are most certainly going to enjoy is the panoramic sunroof. They will have the best view of that when the shade is open. To say this truck is the ultimate luxury truck in its class, well, I think is a pretty accurate statement. One of the reasons for that, and by the way, now that I'm saying that, I need to activate the massage function on my seat. The front seat for the driver and passenger are not only fully powered, they also have this massage function. And if you haven't ever had the experience of sitting in one of these front seats in the F-150 or 250 or 350, these Ford trucks all have that option available on them depending on what you purchase, it gives you a super nice function. It's just wonderful. If you've been working all day long, manual labor or whatever you've been doing, or if you've just been to the gym and had a really good back workout or a leg workout, this function is very helpful, very useful, and it really works well. So the interior up here in the front, the dashboard, very nice, very easy to read, very modern looking. I like that. A lot of great features here. And I'm not going to take the time to go through all the different safety features that are available on this truck, but I will list them on the screen so you can see what they are. But you can turn those on and off and use those here on the steering wheel. You have steering wheel mounted controls for the radio and for going through different features that are available on the dashboard, things as simple as trip mode and keeping up with gas mileage and all that good stuff. You can control a lot from the touch screen here or beneath it. The radio, the air conditioner, you can do both there. You can go through here on the buttons on the top. That's how you're going to go through the different camera angles that you have available and all of that kind of stuff. Cup holders, a very nice, large and deep console here. Again, there's that King Ranch logo right there, also on the seat backs here in the front. And one of those 16 that I found on the truck earlier that I mentioned. And of course you have the buttons and the switches right here for opening and closing the shade and the sunroof for your panoramic sunroof, as well as the button right here on the back for the power rear window. So how does this truck drive? Let's get it out on the road and we'll find out. Okay guys, we're out here on the road with the King Ranch F-150 and we're gonna see how it does. I'll tell you what, the motor sure sounds good. I like the exhaust sound of this truck. And the acceleration, of course, is good. With 375 horsepower, what would you expect? It's obviously going to accelerate nicely. The ride is really pretty comfortable. A lot of people I've seen in reviews that I've read said that the ride is kind of stiff. Now, I will say that part of the challenge for me is that I drive a vehicle that doesn't necessarily ride as well as this one, so it might not be the best opinion, but based on my experience, this is a very nice riding truck. It's easy to drive, it's easy to see out of, got plenty of pep. You know, it's not like a Raptor, but you wouldn't necessarily expect that because you're not making Raptor horsepower. But I will say, it's easy to drive. I like the feel of the steering wheel itself and the steering. You know, I can't really give you a lot of feedback as far as towing or anything like that because I don't have anything to tow. But one thing I am noticing here as I'm stopping to make my turnaround to go back to the dealership is the fact that the brake pedal seems to really be kind of the perfect balance between being too aggressive and too soft. Hopefully that makes good sense. But for whatever reason, that just seems to be something I'm experiencing with this truck. I can't say it'd be that way with every single F-150 King Ranch, but that's definitely an experience I'm having here. Everything is easy to get to from the driver's seat. It's just a wonderful truck to drive. I'm really enjoying this. If I was going to buy a truck, this would be definitely something I would consider. But tell me what you think. Are you planning on buying a truck like this? Do you have a truck like this? Let me know what you think down in the comments. But I have to say, and we're about to get into one of the areas where this road definitely gets a lot more rough than what I've dealt with so far. So we're going to see how it handles real quick. Now, like I've said before, if you've watched my videos in the past, don't let the shakiness of the camera fool you. That's just the way the camera acts on the tripod. I don't really have the best stabilization system there, so it's going to make it look a lot worse than it really is. But I have to say, the way it's soaking up the bumps, you know, there's no weight in the bed, so obviously that's going to make a difference. If you were carrying a heavy payload, you know, or pulling a trailer, you definitely would be able to smooth out the ride, I'd say. I mean, it's a little rigid, but ultimately, it's not bad. And that brings to a close my time with this F-150 King Ranch. I would like to thank Orr Ford for loaning me this truck for the day, and all of you for being kind enough to take the time to watch the video. If you haven't subscribed to Vehicle Visionary just yet, please be sure to lightly tap that subscribe button and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to share it on your timelines on social media. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you next time on Vehicle Visionary.